excuse me. The master of the peak is back. It was like, I'm like, okay. So how are you? Before we get started.
Speaking. Good. How about you?
Good. Did you have a good week between our last podcast? Yeah. Anything eventful happen?
No, but I get my second shot on Tuesday, so I'm pretty pumped.
Nice. Mine's on Mudda's Day. Hello, Mudda.
Won't be long.
Hello, Fada. Marge, is Lisa at summer camp? Okay. Anyway, super...
I think I'm just gonna keep getting shots, like all the different brands, to make sure I'm extra safe.
Somebody made like a TikTok about that, where like some dude gets like all the shots, and then his fifth one is like like an off-brand shot, and then he's like unkillable or whatever.
That's great.
Which I don't know where the fuck you would find an off-brand COVID shot, and I don't implore any of our listeners to go out and find one, but
like the dollar store version.
Yeah, the curved shot. So, this is episode 19 of the, I guess, what you would call the recent era of Buddy Shots podcasts.
The Attitude Era.
Yeah. We've done plenty of other ones in the past, but this is definitely our longest concurrent stretch of podcasts. Probably because we're able to just dial in from home. It's a lot more convenient. And the audio quality is pretty good. So, fuck you if you
Still
fucking say
looking forward
otherwise.
to doing one in person.
Yes.
It'll be better.
I want to do one with video in person, where maybe we just chill and smoke cigars and talk about a movie. Actually, my original idea was to do that with the Jay and Silent Bob reboot movie. Remember that? We were going to do that and talk about that film, and then COVID hit and pretty much fucked everybody's lives up. But enough about that bullshit. Let's get on to nerd news.
Nerd news.
You're never fucking cooking up some nerd news, mini-me. Yeehaw!
Roll that beautiful nerd news footage.
The dog's like, hey, it's time for me to fucking give away the secret recipe. And I'm like, dude, fucking put that dog down. Because he's CG. You were like, okay, so you go ahead. Tell us what you got. Tell us what you're working with.
All right. So this is pretty interesting. It's there's a lawsuit pending against Apple for people who've lost their digital purchases over the years. Hear about this one?
This sounds like I know it's real, but it's the way you're presenting it so far. It sounds like a setup. Hey, yeah, did you hear about this? Like it's like a joke or whatever. Yeah. I was like,
did you hear about this one?
Well, what he's about to say is not funny at all. So, because he's Jay Leno. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I haven't heard. I haven't heard of that specifically, but that doesn't surprise me. This is definitely not the first time that this has happened with like digital stuff, where like a lot of times it has to do with like the rights of like music or something, so they like have to like delist it from like the store. And
right, and that was pretty much Apple's response, because they went to the judge to try to get this dismissed, and basically said like, well, you know, any reasonable person understands that there's rights issues, and you know it's not going to be permanent forever. And the judge was basically like, no, that's not,
Right.
that's not the way purchases work. Like, if you purchase anything else, like, it's yours.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see if it actually like goes to trial or anything like that.
Yeah, because it could definitely set like a huge precedent for like, because if like you don't, because that's kind of where we are right now with digital stuff. It's like there's a lot of stuff out there that's like, if it comes out and it's digital, they do have you sign that shit where it's like, you know, this could go down at any time, but at the same time, if that's the case, they should offer something like where, hey, if you're not able to access this, or like you, for whatever reason, we have to delist this, excuse me, they should like refund you or give you like Apple credits or something, or whatever the fuck they do, you know what I mean, so that you can purchase something else or just get your money back, because that'd be essentially if you bought like a DVD and then like one day it like wouldn't play, you know.
Yep.
As to no fault of your own, obviously, if you scratch it up. But I'm like, this won't play. It's like, sir, this is scratched as fuck.
Like, sir, this Maynard Ferguson CD is playing backwards.
Yeah. I'm like, and I'm hiding from your dad. Your dad's like, Mike needs to go home now. And I was like, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
But yeah, I'm going to stay on the physical media bandwagon until it totally dies, which won't be too much longer. But
I mean, there's something definitely to be said. I've bought a couple things recently. Like, video games I don't really buy physically anymore, because I generally will play them, like, at the time, and then I kind of, like, switch over, you know what I mean, to the next thing. There's also, like, emulation, where it's, like, kind of, because it's, like, my thing is, like, now there's this whole thing with, like, PlayStation, where they're, like, they don't offer any sort of way to play PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, or PlayStation 1 games on your PlayStation 5. So it's kind of like you have to have an older system to really like a PlayStation 3, and they even tried to like delist all that stuff and take the PlayStation Store down, and then people made a huge stink about it, and they were like, actually, we're going to keep it up, because people were like, you know, really said that they wanted to keep that shit around. But my thing is, like, what about like 10 years from now, when that's really not a possibility for them to keep the store open? You know what I mean? It's like it's just a further reason why emulation should be a thing, to like pretty much preserve games and movies and stuff like that like maybe studios don't even give a fuck enough to, like, because they're not making as much money off of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why the national like film registry exists, to preserve fucking films that are deemed worthy to be put in there, because otherwise, you know, like back in the day, they were burning fucking film reels and shit because they were too fucking, or like rewriting them because they were worth the, at the time they didn't think about preserving that kind of stuff, and it's like, that's ridiculous. Anyway, off into theweeds.com. So my piece of news isn't as inflammatory or like, I guess, controversial, even though it's not really controversy. People aren't like, fuck you, I want digital, all I want is fucking my shit to be taken away. But I guess they're doing like a John Wick spin-off series about like the Continental, which I thought was kind of an interesting idea, because I always thought that like that was definitely a cool part of the John Wick movies, was when, you know, like he goes in there and is able to, like, you know, it's pretty much like a, what would you say, like a hitman's place that he stays, that's like, you can't touch anyone while they're in there, kind of a place, and they offer like full access and guns, and it'd just be interesting. I could see that being like an interesting series. I think
that's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, I just think it's John Wick so far there hasn't been anything bad about that series that I can complain about. So, which I can't say.
I mean, each one keeps getting crazier and crazier.
I can't say that with like pretty much many movies or many series. If anything, they usually keep getting like they either don't stay consistent or they progressively get worse and more sad to watch. And you're like, ugh. So, yeah. I don't have like a bunch of different news articles. The place I go to didn't really have many things this week, so that I deemed like newsworthy. You know, it was like kind of a slow news week, it seemed like. But at least it's better than Kotaku when I would go on there and there'd literally be nothing and they'd just have some bullshit article about somebody's opinion piece that nobody gave a fuck about. So, okay, fuck off, dude. Okay.
Cool.
So, it's time to go on to
Recommendation Nation!
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Yeah, baby.
So
Okay.
what you got this week?
Oh, shit. So this week, I'm like writing it real quick. I'm like, I'm like, I'll be right back. I gotta take a 15-minute shit to finish this campaign. So this week, I recommend Monster Hunter World. Now, if anybody doesn't know, it's like Monster Hunter is like a long-running series. It's an action RPG where like leveling is more based on getting better weapons and gear from like hunting the different monsters in the game, like in the world stuff. So you like track down these monsters, kill them or capture them, and it like leads to like skill-based interactions and stuff like that with the different kind of weapons that you decide that you want to use. So like you can use a hammer. There's like 16 weapons in the game right now. You know, this has been going on for a while, and they add more each time. And it's like up to 4 players. But it's like made by Capcom. This originally, like, the series was on the PlayStation 2, but they've had like different entries across like every console that's come out for the most part. And the latest one I think just came out on the Switch, like Monster Hunter Rise. But they came out with Monster Hunter World on PlayStation 4 and then like PC a year later. And I kind of jumped back into the one on PC recently because it was on sale for a bit. But, yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Cool, man. Yeah, I never really got into those games, but I think it was more... I knew if I did, like, I'd never stop playing them. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not... It's definitely one of those things where every time a new one comes out, I almost always get it, or... I eventually get it, so... And there's definitely a lot of hours to be spent going your way up the ranks and stuff like that, so... Yeah.
Cool. Sounds fun.
Oh my mind.
Mm.
You're like...
Okay.
My recommendation this week is Monster Hunter World. I'm like, wait, what?
It's Monster Hunter the movie that I don't think anyone saw.
Dude, okay, so when you log into the game, Monster Hunter World, because they update it regularly still, they are like, you can fucking watch what's-her-face in this movie, and they have, like, I guess a costume you can buy, like, as DLC. And I'm like, everyone's like, fuck you. No one that's a true fan of Monster Hunter gives a fuck about that, like, movie. Because it's, like, so not related for the most part. Like, half of it is because, like, the monsters are, like, legit the same, but it's like there are no fucking Call of Duty teams that get fucking lost in a Monster Hunter world in Monster Hunter, you know what I mean? Like like the premise of the movies like added a bunch of shit that they didn't need to add. I was just like, okay.
Yeah. Alright, well mine for the week is Liquid Tension Experiment 3.
Nice. I thought that, like, yeah, definitely one of us would have, like, brought this up eventually, because they just fully released it, just last week. Yeah, I was going to say, because our Discord was, like, blowing up, because everybody was, like, talking about it and stuff.
They actually delivered.
Nice. I feel like
I was
they've
surprised. But
yeah, they've delivered on the other ones, too. I wasn't really too... That's not a huge shock.
Those were over 20 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, true, but the people involved are they're all really talented. But I see where you're coming from, though. Like, a lot of things that we talk about on here, the people involved are talented, but over the years you can definitely like lose sight of what originally made what you did great.
Yeah.
So,
but the album's pretty awesome. Like it's similar to the other ones, kind of similar format. But it's actually 2 albums this time, so it's
right.
like one is like this stuff they wrote, and one is all jams. But they did do something that was totally unique on this one, is they did an adaptation of a classical song. And
Yeah,
it's actually like the coolest part of the entire album.
Is it? Which one is it again? Isn't it?
It's called Rhapsody in Blue.
That's right. That's like one of my favorite like classical songs. Or
oh, really?
yeah,
dude, you should listen to that because you'd love it then.
Yeah, I actually
15 minutes long.
Yeah, I completely forgot that they were gonna do that because like before it came out, they previewed like a couple of their songs that were just, you know, like how most bands will do these days. If you like, they set out a couple tracks like, hey, you can go and listen to this now, but our full album comes out, you know, on this date, and listen to both of those, and you know, obviously it was like, you know, this is legit. Obviously, this is good stuff. But I completely forgot that they were doing the cover because I know they had talked. I'd heard about it, like they were going to do it. So that's a good reminder. I'll probably listen to that right after this, actually.
Yeah, it made me want them to do like a full album of covers, just because it's
right.
They make it totally their own.
Right. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Like, I think there's definitely something to be said for like musicians that not only can deliver original stuff, but can make a cover good to be able to stand on its own, because there are musicians that can make their own stuff that's good, but make covers that are really shit. Yeah. So, that's commendable. I think it's just in general, just goes to show how talented all those guys in Liquid Tension Experiment are and continue to be. That they continue to like put out stuff that is not just like okay, it's like stuff that is as good, if not sometimes better than the stuff they put out, like, you know, like you said 20 years ago. It's like, you know,
yeah, totally,
they've still got it.
Yep, hope they keep it going.
They're like, towers burning. You're like, no! They're like, break it down. I'm like, fuck. They're like, you didn't write into something, fool. I'm like, wait a minute. This is bullshit. Yeah. So would you say like this is like, would you rank this better than their other albums, or just on par, or what for your like?
No, I don't think it's better.
Okay.
But it's you know, almost at the same level.
Okay.
Those the first 2.
It's hard to beat that first one, man. Like, the first time I heard that, I was like, holy shit. It's kind of like for me with, like, Dream Theater. Like, I've never... And I'm not, like, a super huge Dream Theater fan. I heard, you know, about them through you and stuff like that. And same thing with Liquid Tension Experiment. But, like, I think my favorite album is the one where they have the therapist. Metropolis, I think.
Metropolis 2.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's, a lot of people still say that's like their favorite album.
Yeah, I think most people say that.
And like I said, I'm a pretty like casual fan as well. So like I can't speak to what they have done recently. So they may have done some mind-blowing shit.
Well, that's what had me concerned about Liquid Tension, because they, over the past probably 20 years, they've been, you know, kind of doing the same, more of the same.
Oh, like in Dream Theater and other stuff.
Diminishing returns.
Yeah. So the newer stuff isn't that great for Dream Theater?
No.
Oh. Well then, I guess I'll just stick to the one album that you fucking let me listen to all those years ago, and I was like blown away by it.
No, listen to Train of Thought. That's their best one.
Train of Thought?
Yeah.
Okay, let me write that down.
Indisputable.
That's their...
Inarguable.
That's an album, Train of Thought?
Yep.
Okay. You're not kidding. You're not fucking with me on this one, are you?
No, I love it.
The way you said that, I'm like looking around, like at the hidden cameras here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll give it a listen, man. I'll have to, because I've never, like, I mean, you guys talk about Dream Theater, but you guys never really talk about, like, your, like, favorites, really? Because I think you probably have talked about that shit a lot. But essentially, generally, whenever I'm around you guys, you talk about Dream Theater, you're, like, talking about how, like, some of the members don't get along anymore, something like that. I don't know. I can't remember what it was about. Something about, like, one of the dudes is... You know, because they've had different people come in and come out of
there's been
over the
some
years.
minor dramas over the years.
So, but okay, well, that ends our part of the podcast completely about Dream Theater. We will now be moving on to our weekly topic, Donnie Brasco.
All right,
Donnie Brasco is It's a 1997 American crime drama film directed by Mike Newell, and starring Al Pacino and Johnny Depp, Michael Madsen, Bruno Kirby, James Russo, and Anne Heche appeared in supporting roles. The film, written by Paul Atasio, is based on the 1988 non-fiction book Donnie Brasco, My Undercover Life in the Mafia by Joseph D. Pistone and Richard Woodley. So, this true story follows FBI agent Joe Pistone as he I might be fucking that guy's name up. Is it Pistone or whatever? Doesn't matter. As he infiltrates the mafia of New York, befriending a lefty. How do you say this guy's last name? Ruggiero.
Yeah.
Pistone, under the name Donnie Brasco, is able to embed himself in a mafia faction led by Sonny Black. Ruggiero and Pistone become tight as the group goes about collecting money for the bosses. Eventually, the group become big time when Black himself becomes a boss. All the while, Pistone collects evidence. However, the trials and tribulations of the undercover work become more than Pistone can bear. His marriage falls apart, and, to top it off, the Mafia suspect a mole in the organization. The real dilemma is afforded to Pistone, who knows if he walks away from the Mafia, Ruggiero will be the one punished. And it's implied at the end of this movie that he is. And by punished, I mean they fucking kill him. And by kill him, I mean...
Like you're going to timeout.
Fucking Al Pacino's just like, fuck! So, what?
I almost did a spit take.
So, I know on this podcast I've said that I don't really watch, like, crime movies, really. But, I will have to say I didn't take a lot of notes because I actually got swept up watching this movie. Because I was really, like, enthralled with this. So maybe I'll have to, like, watch more of these. I think it also helped, though, because this movie was, like, a double kind of thing. Like, it wasn't just straight up, like, all these people doing horrible shit. It was, like, an undercover person. He was trying to, like, work both his loyalty to, like, his job of the FBI and, like, not completely, like, fucking over, like, these people. Which he did anyway, so.
He got in too deep.
Yeah.
Into Depp.
That's true.
Johnny Depp.
So apparently, yeah, I didn't know. Well, I did know because at the very beginning it says following based on a true story. And afterwards I had to look it up, and yeah, it's based on a true story by this former FBI guy that's actually, like, in... He's still in hiding. Yeah, he's in, like, witness protection, and there's, like, a $500,000 like hit still on his head to this day, because pretty much at the end of the movie, the FBI guys go into, like, the Mafia's headquarters and are like, you know this guy? You know him as Donnie Brasco. His real name's Joe whatever. Fucking, he's an FBI guy. If you want to talk, but we got a bunch of shit on you. You're fucked. and they leave, and then the mafia guys are like, they're trying to fuck with us, and then they like start thinking about it, and they're like, fuck. And there's a part right before that where like Johnny Depp's trying to actually like save Lefty Al Pacino's life, essentially, but
yeah,
it doesn't come to be. Yeah, it was nice though because it said it was based on a true story. Whenever that's said in movies, you don't really know how much is based on a true story, and I'm sure, you know, obviously there's embellishments. I'm sure not all the undercover guys were assholes because like there's definitely like a bunch of people in this movie, like the FBI, like his co-workers that are like, fuck this guy, and I'm like, pretty sure the FBI wouldn't be like, fuck this dude that we're working with, but they have to spin it some way. But I did have a note that said Dunkachino is in this movie, so.
Al Pacino, most famous for Dunkachino commercials.
Yeah. He's just like, it's not Al anymore, it's Dunk. Oh my god.
That's so good.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely like this movie.
Cool. I'm glad you liked it.
Give it a thumbs up.
I've been a fan of this one since it came out. I've seen it a few times over the years. Yeah, it's really good. It's basically a good drama with some good acting and
yeah,
a lot of like humor. And I was laughing a lot watching it again. So
it sucked because I looked and this movie like didn't do super well in theaters. It made back more than it like took to make it, but barely in the US, but like worldwide it did pretty good. Which I was kind of shocked by because usually these kind of movies do fucking gangbusters, like as far as money goes. But like, I think it was like, let me see if I can find it on IMDb, because I found it the other day and it was like, it's just kind of like I said, it's shocking when it's not like straight up like instant, instant like return. So I guess the budget was like $35 million, and then like the gross was $41 million, almost $50 million, or no, almost $42 million. So it did make back, but not like gangbusters. And then the worldwide gross was like $124 million. So it did over. I think like in other countries it made back a lot more. It was just,
yeah, I'm sure it made a lot in like video and DVD.
Correct,
like,
yeah.
Like in the dorms, everyone had a copy of Donnie Brasco.
Yeah, I'd heard of
One
this
of those
movie,
big DVD movies,
but I'd never like seen it until it was nominated on this podcast. So, yeah, there's like I looked online. It took me a while to find like just a poster of it because like almost every other picture was like special edition DVD, and I'm like, okay. So yeah, I guess you're. I mean, this is '97, so this was definitely around that time. It was like DVD, huge. People were, Also, if you
it's just starting to become big.
If you go into IMDb's page, for some reason, there's a picture of Robin Williams.
What?
He's at an event for Donnie Brasco. I don't know why the fuck he was there.
Nice.
Maybe he was just a friend of somebody there. I'm like, why the fuck are you here, Robin Williams? Fuck you! He's like...
He should have played Lefty.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I was like... I mean, he could have done the role. It was just... Then Al Pacino wouldn't have been in the movie. And he was fucking really good in this movie, so...
Yeah, I'm not... Maybe we should start with the actors. So, yeah, I agree. Al Pacino is awesome in this movie. He plays, like... He's kind of like a second-tier gangster.
Yeah.
So he's not like...
He's been in it for a long time.
Definitely not the Godfather.
Right.
He's kind of a, washed-up side character, basically.
Yeah.
He's, like, not super important to the actual mafia. And he knows it, too.
Yeah, his name's Lefty. they call him Lefty, which is like, okay. Like, yeah, he's literally like, if anything, he's like he's like the side guy to like guys that maybe will be like big, but like he's never gonna be like the main guy in this, in this organization, yeah. And not even close to it, like, yeah.
Yeah, so from that perspective, like, I think it's a really good performance, because usually he's, like, this is right around the same time he was, like, playing the devil. And
yeah, he's usually, like...
the most in-charge character.
Right, I was like, he's usually, like, the main guy, or one of them. So... And I mean, from this perspective, he is, because you see... Johnny Depp and him are definitely, like, the most characters you see in this movie as far as, like, their interactions, and also, like, since the movie's about Donnie Brasco and, like, his shit, it's definitely, like, Al Pacino gets a lot of screen time, even though he's not, like, the bosses and stuff you see the least amount of in this movie, which is definitely interesting.
Yeah, until they get massacred.
Yeah. Like, the one guy, literally, you see, like, one picture of him, and then he's fucking, like, dead in the next scene. On, like, a newspaper. They're like, he's fucking, did you see this? The boss is dead. And I'm like...
He had his last supper.
Right, I was like, okay. Yeah, that scene where they kill the fuck out of all those dudes.
Yeah. So how about Johnny Depp?
Yeah, I'd say this is probably, like, my favorite role he's ever been in.
Oh, wow.
Because he's not doing some fucking ridiculous bullshit character. He's just acting. And I forgot what that was like with Johnny Depp. He's not playing a Native American. He's not playing a pirate. He's not playing a fucking sex-crazed fucking child molester Willy Wonka fucking creepy motherfucker. He's just... He's playing what I think everybody knows Johnny Depp can do, act. Like, he's just acting,
I think a lot of people younger than us who know him from, like, the Pirates movies and all that stuff would be very surprised to watch this, because it's, like, a pretty subtle...
To watch him
acting performance.
Act like a person and not like a fucking,
Yep.
Essentially, now he's known for being, like, the crazy person in the movie. And there are some things that happen in this movie that are a little crazy, but none of them are, like, perpetrated by, like, a fucking Looney Tunes character. Like, he's not like the Mad Hatter in this movie, thank God. He's like, Donnie Brasco.
Yeah, for sure. And I like, it's believable that, like, they would be, Lefty would befriend Johnny Depp's character.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't like Lefty's like a boss, like he's not like the boss, and then he like literally is just like, oh, here's this random dude, hey, what's up? He's like a lower guy, so it totally makes sense that like he would look out to see if he can find someone to help him like get a better station and stuff like that, possibly.
Yeah.
So I think another movie he was in that he was good in was Blow. I don't know if I've seen that movie before.
Yeah. I remember thinking that was pretty good. I always liked Sleepy Hollow, because that was like right...
Oh, yeah, you're right. That was a good movie, too. Never mind. That was one where he really wasn't playing a character. He's actually, like, pretty fucking, like a normal guy in that movie.
Well, he does some silly stuff in it, but it's not...
I mean, it's more so the movie is silly, honestly.
Yes.
Because, like, it's fucking Sleepy Hollow. It's like, they have the fucking Headless Horseman is, like, played by fucking Christopher Walken. So... which he actually does a pretty good job in that movie, but it's also because he doesn't say anything. Not that I think Christopher Walken is a bad actor. I just think that like he's kind of like Nick Cage or Jeff Goldblum. Like you can't expect like a serious performance to come out of anything they say for the most
definitely.
part. So I'd have to say that Lefty's aliases out of all of the ones he has, for some reason. You know what I'm going to say? One of them is Horsecock. I don't understand that because nobody ever calls him horsecock in this movie. And then at one point,
well, the other one's half cock.
Well,
what does that mean?
He's two pistols. One is like half cock, horse cock. One is like double pistols. Lefty two pistols, and I'm like, nobody calls him any of those in the movie except for Lefty. So I don't know if those were like he was trying those out before he got like before he became a made man. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what that was all about. Also, at some point in this movie, he tells Johnny Depp he has cancer of the cock. Which I don't know if he was serious or like what the fuck he was talking about.
Such a weird scene.
Yeah, because even Johnny Depp's character is like, what? Like, it was almost kind of like he didn't understand what he was talking about. Because, like, it was almost like that was an outtake. Because Johnny Depp's like, huh? And then, like, it's never mentioned again. And Lefty never has any symptoms of having cancer, so I'm like, what? Was that like a thing where he was talking about, like, his
There's
wife...
lots of good little touches like
Yeah,
that.
his girlfriend doesn't want to have sex with him, maybe? Like, I don't... Whatever. Or maybe he has, like, a cock problem, like a limp dick or something.
What do you
yeah.
think of Johnny Depp's mustache? More important question.
For the, like, 5 seconds that it was in the movie before, like, he had to shave it.
It's like one of the grossest things I've ever seen.
It was pretty weak, honestly.
Yeah.
It wasn't full enough to be, like... It was, like, completely, like, a fake-ass mustache from what I could see. I mean, it could have been real, but if that's the case, then Johnny Depp doesn't need to be growing mustaches, because...
Oh, yeah, I think it's totally real, and it's just, like, the wispiest, like...
It's like, as much as I like Adam Driver, it's kind of like... Sometimes he's got that kind of thing going on with facial hair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Trav says cancer of the prick is like a mob saying, but never explained. Okay. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? So
It doesn't have to be interesting that way.
Yeah, because then it makes for a conversation on a podcast.
You're gonna be up all night thinking about it.
I actually don't give a fuck about it that much. I just thought it was like an outtake or something that they should have cut, and then I was like, wait a minute. It was funny though. It was just kind of like to me, like, what doesn't need to be explained is forget about it. Like, that whole scene was funny because those guys didn't understand it. But, like, I've seen it enough to be like, I don't need that explained. But if somebody tells me they have cancer of the cock, I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? That's not really like a saying. It's not like you say, oh man, I got cancer of the cock. I'm like, oh, I get no respect. It's like, what? You have a limp dick? Do you have fucking, can't get a boner? You have cancer? Do you actually have cancer? Like, what are you saying? And the guy's like, forget about it. And I'm like, okay, well, fucking fine. Why'd you bring it up?
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Hey! So, yeah.
I had a note. There's a scene early in the movie where basically Johnny Depp has to prove himself.
Right.
So they go to, like, this diamond dealer or whatever who gave him a Fugazi diamond.
Yeah, the guy that's like running this nightclub or whatever that's a
Yeah.
strip club that's essentially like a piece of shit guy.
And Johnny Depp basically like roughs him up in his
Yeah.
own club, and like
They steal his car.
he puts some money in his mouth. He's like, use that to pay for the drinks. And I was just like, man,
That's gross.
I hope I get to do that someday. Just like rough someone up in public.
Yeah,
Like, how satisfying would that be?
you could do it if you wanted to tonight.
But they have to deserve it. It can't just
That's
be a random
true.
person.
They have to deserve it.
All I want to do is rough someone up.
What would be a roughable offense in your eyes?
I don't know if there was like a
If somebody sold you a Fugazi?
yeah, or there's a local bully like running amok.
I think
Like a town bully.
most bullies have moved online, sadly.
Yeah, true.
Uh,
I don't know. I just enjoyed that scene, and I enjoyed, I enjoyed seeing people get their comeuppance, basically. And it's cool in like undercover movies where
Mhm.
guys have to like go too far, which there's a lot of that in this movie.
Yeah, I think really the only big time that really comes into play is like when they go to the Japanese restaurant and he doesn't want to take off his shoes because he has the wire in it. Excuse me. But he explains it as that like his dad was killed in the war by like Japanese people. So he's like,
that's the best scene in the movie, I think.
Super pissed off, and then like Sonny Black is like, you know what, we're just not gonna take our shoes off, you know, we're just seat us, and he's like, if you know, he's like, we can't do that, you have to take off your shoes, it's like, you know, our custom and stuff, and he's like, if you tell me to take off my shoes one more time, you're gonna be fucking getting your ass beat. And he's like, no, you can't do it, and they take him into the bathroom, and they start beating him up, like, and you know, they're laying boots to him and stuff. But then, like, he, like, gets up and, like, takes a swing at one of them, at, like, Johnny Depp. Because Johnny Depp's like, okay, guys, that's enough. Like, he kind of interjects and is like, you know, I need to kind of, like, you know, even though, like, these... Apparently my character doesn't like Japanese people, like, he's racist against them because in his character's dad got killed by Japanese people. He, like... he wouldn't, like, want to stop this. But, like, he, as the FBI agent, he's like, okay, I have to step in and be like, okay, guys, come on, we don't want to, like, kill this guy, fucking... But then, like, the dude, when he, like, helps him up, fucking takes a swing at Johnny Depp and, like, punches him or something. So then, like, they're like, get him! And they start, like, whooping the fuck out of him even worse. And Johnny
like,
Depp...
within an inch of his life.
Well, Johnny Depp, like, starts laying boots to him, too, and he's like, fucking idiot. But one of the funniest parts of this whole scene is how somebody tries to use a trash can to hurt him, but it looks like the most ineffective thing in the world. It's like they're using like one of those like aluminum fucking trash cans they have in wrestling. That's like literally does no damage. Like I bet the attendant, like the waiter, was like, thank God they're using this trash can. It does no damage to me.
That's actually healing me.
Yeah, seriously, that part I was like. And, like, they kept cutting to his face, and it was, like, not as bad as it would have been if this was, like, Sopranos or something. If it was, like, something like that, they would have been, like, the guy's face would have been, like, a fucking, like, mush. Like, he
was still pretty much covered in blood, though.
Yeah, but he wasn't, like, fucked up. He wasn't as bad as I was expecting, which I have to commend this movie. They don't show a lot of, like, super gory shit in this movie. Like, as far as, like, it's not over the top just to be over the top. You know what I mean? Like, because I've seen a couple scenes, like, in Casino and other shit where it's like, that's kind of fucked up. But, like,
What are you talking about? Putting a guy's head in a vice until his eyeball pops out?
Yeah, I know. What's wrong with that movie? Oh, shit. He complains of Cancer the Prick being passed over by the boss for Sonny Black, who gets up to Brooklyn Bros. Maybe that was in a deleted scene. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't. I completely like fucking missed that part. I don't know. But
I must have missed it too.
Yeah, there's a couple different versions of this movie too. There's like a super extended version that's like 2 hours and 40 minutes. And I did not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't watch that version. I rented it on Amazon. It's like just the 2 hour regular version. So if people that are watching this podcast have seen the extended version, I didn't get to see that version, so maybe I missed some stuff. I can probably bet though there's no commentary on it by either fucking Al Pacino or Johnny Depp, because I think it's a well-known fact that Johnny Depp doesn't watch any movie he's ever been in. Like once he's done with it, he just goes on to the next movie. Which, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that would be hard for me to do. I feel like if I was in a movie, I'd want to watch it at least once to see if it was any good, but I don't know. It's also kind of hard to watch something you're in with other people. Like, I get embarrassed when I'm in something and somebody wants to watch it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I don't really want to watch this with other people. So... this was like around like after the first time I guess like Johnny Depp comes home and him and his wife like have sex on Christmas. Like I made a note afterwards that said like Lefty says like if I had that boat if I still had that boat like back in the day, I would just get on it, and like nobody would see me again. That's when he has like the tiger or lion that like fucking Sonny Black gives him. And I made a prediction that at the end Johnny Depp would warn him and he would get away. And I was half right. He warns him kind of to a degree. He's like trying to give him the money and get him the fuck out of there, but it never completely goes through. So, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the lion because, like, did you see how many burgers they bought for that thing?
Yeah. It reminded me of Harry and the Hendersons, actually. When they get him into the back of the fucking car and they're throwing, like, burgers and all kinds of shit in the back of the car.
Well, think about it. Like, they went to a restaurant to get all those. That was probably like 50 or 75 burgers. It would have probably taken like 2 hours to cook all those.
You know what? When you bring that up, I was actually thinking about kind of at the time that it would have been smarter if they literally just drove to a butcher.
Yeah.
And they could have got way more.
Instead of ordering like individually wrapped hamburgers.
That for some reason they took the meat out of. Why didn't they just throw it in their hole? But, like, yeah, it would have been so much easier, because you don't have to cook fucking food for tigers and shit. Or, like, for, lions. Oh, where'd that tiger go, by the way? They ended up, like, taking it down to Florida, and, like, it was in front of that, like, the nightclub that they had. But after that scene, that tiger, or that lion was never seen again. So...
Yeah, police probably rounded it up.
They rounded it up. They're like, yeah! The lion's like, gets on its fucking haunches. It's like, I'm sorry, puts its hands up.
A cop rides away like with a little saddle on it.
Yeah! And they stop and it just eats them. I'm like, eh. But yeah, they could have just literally went to a butcher, because there's there's like a bazillion of them in New York. And like, he could have just been like, hey, we need like the amount I was going to spend at a fucking, like, fast food place, I could have just spent half of that at a butcher and gotten, like, twice as much raw meat. And they would have just given it to the fucking lion and it would have been full. Instead, it's like, dude, all those tiny burgers aren't going to fill that lion up. Like, that it's going to have, like, diarrhea, because it's literally, it's like greasy-ass fucking meat. Like, oh, thanks for the diarrhea. That's my first fucking thing. Also,
when I think about this movie, I think about Forget About It, and the Christmas scene where they give each other cash.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was so funny.
It's actually kind of funny because I feel like that's literally what happens sometimes in real life, just in general. Yeah. Because it's like, you know,
but they give each other like huge envelopes of cash, and they're both like, "Oh, so generous!" Like
the funniest thing too is like
happy with
when Johnny Depp leaves, fucking, he asks if he could, like, Al Pacino's like, can I borrow some money? I'm good for it. I'll give it back. And he's like, yeah, for sure. And he, like, gives him the money and takes all of it, and he's got nothing. So literally, Al Pacino's taking everything from him, like, all the time. Like, at the end of the movie, he's just like, didn't I give you, if I had 100, well, if I ever have any money, didn't I give you half? And he's just like, yeah. And he's just like, well, I would have, but... It just shows how low on the totem pole, like, Al Pacino is in this movie.
He's, like, down on his luck.
Yeah. Speaking of which, he, like, consistently dresses like Rocky in this movie.
Really?
Because he's, like, got the same kind of hat and the fucking, like, jacket throughout this whole movie. It just reminded me of, like, Al Pacino's looking like Rocky, but then, like, there are scenes when he's, like, dressed up, like when they go to Florida, and he looks like more of a boss than Sonny Black. You know what I mean? Like, he looks more of a badass than anybody else. And I'm like...
That's just another good touch, though, because everyone else is wearing, like, beach wear. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't, like, change his clothes ever. So he's just wearing, like, his normal suit and stuff on the beach.
He just looks like more of a badass in this movie. It's like, this is somebody that definitely could have been somebody, but he was just never... He was always passed by. Which, it sucks, but that's just how it is. That's how it is in life.
He didn't look too great when they buried him in that sand.
That was hilarious. They're like, ha! And he's like, you fuckers! I was like... Oh, man. Dude, the wife changes the number to her house. I was like, Jesus. When that happened.
Yeah, so what do you think of that whole part of the story?
Johnny Depp and his wife.
Yeah, because I think those scenes are some of the best in the movie, too.
I'm sure that wasn't hard acting for him when he hit his wife.
Oh!
That was horrible. Yeah,
Maybe that's how he learned how to do it.
He learned.
He's like, hey.
He's like, before that, he didn't know how to hit somebody. He was like, how do I do it? Yeah,
like me learning how to rough someone up.
I felt like it was definitely better than some stuff that happens in these kinds of movies where they take like time out of like the movie to like what's the word like have like family problems and stuff. But yeah, it wasn't like my favorite stuff in the movie, but I didn't like hate it. I wasn't like looking at my phone whenever fucking it came on screen, that's for sure. It was definitely like interesting because it was like the duality of his like life. So it was like definitely superhero style, you know. He couldn't fucking, he was like caught between like, hey, I have to do this or people die, or you know, I'm neglecting my family. So I don't really, it's like I understand Anne Heche's character was like, I want to like be with this person, but like as soon as he like fucking started hitting her, I was like, ugh. This guy's fucking,
he's got a lot of stress. He's got a lot on his plate.
Yeah, but like as soon as you hit like a woman, I feel like your character's pretty much fucked in my eyes.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, true.
I understand, yeah, it's like the way, but it's just kind of like, that's the thing too, is like Al Pacino's character was like always like he was fine killing people, but like you never see him like hit his fucking like girlfriend. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, he might have, and they just didn't show it, but like,
or his drug addicted son.
Right, but like he seemed like the kind of person that like he was like, I mean, he even said like, you know, one woman is enough for any man. So he was like faithful to his fucking like girlfriend or whatever. So there's never a scene where he was like going out on his girlfriend. Same thing with like Johnny Depp. There was never a scene where like he had to like have sex with some like random chick to like satisfy the mafia, or like, you know, because he was like away from his wife. So I will give it to give that to him.
Yeah.
I guess this is hard for me. Like, I to me, it's like if I was ever hit or vice versa in a relationship, I feel like that would be kind of like a. It's like if somebody cheats on you, or you cheat on them. I feel like that's kind of a deal breaker. Like, how can you ever trust that person again? Kind of a deal, you know what I mean? But
maybe you could learn to forgive, but never forget. I don't know where I was going with that one.
But never forget. Yeah. So I don't know.
Holy shit!
I don't. What?
So I was jumping ahead to my next note because I wanted to talk about Michael Madsen, aka Sonny Black.
Oh yeah.
But I'm looking at his IMDb, and like, apparently he's the next Nicolas Cage because he's doing like 30 movies a year now. Like,
yeah.
Video, I guess. But he did a movie in 2018 called Cobra Gator.
Yeah.
You definitely got to watch Cobra Gator.
He's been in like
freaking Cobra Gator mini-me?
A bunch of dog shit.
It's a Cobra Gator?
I think this is like the only movie he's ever been in that was good.
He was also in another movie called Arctic Dogs.
Yeah, I'm looking at this and it's like, there's one called The Detective, Buckle Up, Age of Stone and Sky, The Warlock's Curse, Jungle Room 2, Damon, Book of Nightmares, Christmas Thieves, Death Count, Offline, Saturday at the Starlight, South of Hope Street, Spirit. I bet a bunch of these, like South of Hope Street, a bunch of those are probably made-for-TV Hallmark Christmas movies that are all filmed in Canada, like for $2. Jungle Room 1. Dude! Jungle Room 1 is completed. It's coming out this year. The second one is filming right now, and it's due out next year. It's not even, the first one's not even out yet, and they're filming the sequel.
We gotta watch the first one quick.
There's a movie called that he's in.
It has the worst subtitle of all time. Jungle Room 2, Damon.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he plays Damon.
Yeah. There's a movie that he's in called Unbelievable! With like 5 exclamation points, and he plays President Ben Dover.
Come on.
Wait, so is this a porno? Dude, Snoop Dogg's in this movie. What the fuck is this?
We're missing out, man. So many classics that we gotta see.
Snoop Dogg. Dude, Garrett Wang is in this.
Oh, man.
So, if that says anything. From fucking Ensign Harry Kim from fucking Star Trek Voyager. Garrett Wang himself. Oh my god, dude. Chase Masterson, Tim Russ. Holy fuck! Tuvok's in this movie too.
It's a Star Trek reunion.
Yeah, wait, this is like a lot of Star Trek people. Robert Picardo's in it. Nichelle Nichols. Marina Sirtis, Michael Dorn. Okay, wait a minute. Nana Visitor, so like Keanu Reese.
Like so, the whole cast of
yeah,
Space
what
Nine
the right? What the fuck? What is this? Unbelievable. Oh, a different kind of Trek. Martians have conquered Earth. 4 astronauts fight to save the last remnants of humanity. And like one of them is like a puppet. What the fuck is this movie? Okay, I guess this isn't really the spot to be talking about this. We're talking about Donnie Brasco.
Also, did you notice Robert Picardo plays 4 different characters in the movie?
Holy fuck! Edgar Allan Putz, Boris, award show presenter, Dr. Not Too Soon. Doctor
this one to the watch list.
None Too Soon. Or None Too Soon. Oh my god. What the Snoop Dogg is in this fucking movie with all these Star Trek people. He's in this commercials with Martha Stewart, so. Okay, so pretty much we could do a podcast just about Michael Madsen's fucking IMDb page.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Good lord,
but I
dude.
do think, I think he's good in Reservoir Dogs. That's probably what he's most known for.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, he was in Kill Bill as well, so.
Yeah, and he was also in a couple of James Bond movies randomly.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But I think this movie is his finest hour.
Yeah, no, I mean, he had a big part in this movie, and it was like a big, like he wasn't on screen all the time, but he was definitely like, he came across as like a boss in this movie, like.
Yeah, and he's like very charming.
Yes.
But also like very like menacing.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you feel that like there's a part where like Lefty, like Al Pacino, gets called up. And and he thinks that he's gonna get fucking killed because he's like, fuck, whenever this happens, fucking.
You mean whacked?
Yeah, I'm gonna get fucking whacked, whacked off or whatever the fuck they call it. It walked out.
We're gonna whack you out.
And but it turned out that like they were giving him a present because Sonny got made into like a boss, like a mini boss or whatever. And Al Pacino, he's like, I know you like animals, so they were going to take this tiger or this lion, so, we want to give it to you. And he's like, holy shit. And they were like, you thought you were going to get fucking killed? Or whacked? And fucking, they started laughing. And that kind of, like, mirrors, because at the end of the movie, he gets, like, called up, and you know that it is. It is because he's going to get whacked because he vouched for Johnny Depp's character, and he ended up being FBI. So essentially everybody got fucked because Al Pacino, like, fucked up. Like, well, before we go to jail, we're gonna kill your ass. Fuck you.
Well, what'd you think of the touch where once they found that out, like, Sonny and everyone else is still like, no,
yeah. That's actually what I was gonna talk about. Where they actually walk outside and start looking around. They're like, if we didn't know fucking Donnie, you would think that they almost had us going there for a second, and they're all like, yeah. And then they're thinking,
I thought that was really interesting, because, like, did they actually believe that, or were they doing that to, like, put on a show in front of Al Pacino's character to make him
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they were all kind of like, it seemed like they were all kind of in disbelief, because,
right,
like,
They saw the pictures and everything, and they still didn't believe it.
Right.
Oh, it's not Donnie.
Because they were like, those could be doctored, which that is true. I mean, that could be, and police and FBI are definitely known for doing that kind of stuff. Like, they're even just in general, like confessions and stuff. There are plenty that have been obtained under false pretenses. So it's not like I'm siding with mob people and being like, well, yeah, fucking, they do everything right, but. On both sides, there's definitely shit that's been done that's not on the up and up. So it's not beyond the realm of possibility. They could have fucking lied to him so that they would see that, like, Donnie, like, to kind of, like, sow seeds of, like, thinking that people were fucking him over, and then maybe tear their organization down by having infighting and that kind of crap. But, maybe have somebody slip or something like that. And, like, maybe they would track Donnie, and if they find out that he's missing or he's killed, then they'd be like, okay, well, fucking Al Pacino and, or, like, Lefty and Sonny and all these other dudes killed him, so we have the evidence. That kind of shit, you know what I mean? So, but I think the more they thought about it, like, I think, obviously, once the convictions and, like, other stuff probably started happening, that's probably when he got the call and was like, okay, well, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Which, that's the thing in this movie, like, Al Pacino, like, always talks about, like, Lefty's always talking about how he wants to, like, leave the life and he doesn't want to do it anymore and all this other stuff, but, like, he is, like, loyal to a fault. Like, it is essentially gets him killed in this movie because he could have just walked away. He could have been like, yeah, Donnie, I'll, take the money and fucking all that kind of stuff, and he could have just left, but, like...
Yeah, totally, and the hilarious scene that, like, that basically sums that all up is when Al Pacino is, like, basically talking smack about Sonny, and he's like, he's a snake in the... And Johnny Depp's like, snake in the grass? Like, you don't say that about the boss!
Yeah, essentially, like...
Such a good moment.
Yeah. And I think, that's also why Donnie, if he would have been an actual, like, mob person, could have become, like, a boss. Because he thinks for himself and he thinks outside the box, whereas, like, Lefty always is like, I'll do whatever you tell me, and even when I try to, like, he tries to set up that shit between himself and the Florida boss, and the first thing the Florida boss says is like, where's Sonny Black? Like, who the fuck are you? I don't want to talk to your ass. And then Sonny shows up, and he thinks that, like, Donnie fucking informed him, but
right.
It was, I'm pretty sure that, like, I don't really know who informs him, but he finds out and he's there. So I essentially think that it was Johnny Depp's other, like, undercover guy that either told him, or the boss in Florida specifically called him and was like, hey, what's going on with this shit? Are you going to be down there? That kind of thing. Because they essentially are undercover and know about everything that's going on with, like, the New York bigger boss, because there's a scene later where they get busted by the police in Florida, and the whole reason why it even happens is because the Florida boss really doesn't want all that bullshit going on down in his territory. And between him and the New York boss, they pretty much tip the cops off and are like, hey, yeah, this bullshit's going on anonymously at this place. And, like, they would have never known. And, like, even, like, Lefty's like, it's kind of weird that, like, the fucking cops knew about this shit, so there's got to be a rat. Like, which there wasn't. It was just the bosses above them knew about it and fucking conspired to shut it down behind their back, which is fucking one of the stupidest fucking things of all time, because they both would have made a shit ton of money instead. They, like, were like, fuck that. Like, we gotta, like, keep these fuckers in line. And I was like, but that wouldn't be the first time that, like, people in charge of money didn't know what the fuck they were doing with money and didn't see opportunities. They just wanted, like, people in line, you know what I mean? Like, fuck these guys, we'll show them.
Yeah.
So, let me think here. I have another note. Actually, maybe that was all my notes. I didn't actually write a lot of notes in this movie, like I said, because I got swept up just watching it. So.
Okay, I've got a couple more. So what did you think of the massacre of Sunny Red?
Yeah, where that guy gets, where they like, well, like, they come downstairs. I thought it was hilarious because, like, they come downstairs and the guy was like, man, can you believe that we're gonna kill Sonny Black and his friends? There's no way that fucking they'll stop us from doing it. And then they turn on the lights and they fucking are like, oh shit!
Ah, Maroon!
Yeah, and I was like, okay, you're dead as fuck. That guy, like, surrounded himself with, like, the fattest fucks he could find. The guy was like, help me, come on, help me, fucking do something. And the fucking fat guy was like, lumbering towards the one guy, like, slower than fuck. And I was like, why are you even scared? What's he gonna do when he gets up there? He doesn't have a gun. He's gonna, like, you know what I mean, eat you? Because, like, he, like, falls on Sonny Black and, like, he can't get out from underneath of him. Was he gonna, like, crush all four of them?
He's a serial crusher.
Also, I thought it was funny that, like, none of them had their guns reloaded, or, like, all of them were jamming at the same time. The scene itself was pretty... Yeah, I agree, it was pretty gruesome, but it was also, like... I mean, that was as bad as it got in the movie, and it really... You know, like I said, there's way grosser shit that happens in movies, like Casino, where they, like, beat the fuck out of them and throw them in a pit and shit, and it's like... Okay, like, that's just, like, hard to watch. This was just kind of like, these fuckers had it coming. Like, fuck them.
Well, Joe Pesci had it coming.
Yeah.
Casino.
Oh, shit. Hello?
Hey.
Hey, I didn't know you were showing up, brother.
What's up?
What's up? So,
forget about it.
I think on that, that scene, you guys saw that coming, right? From, the club scene where they, like, stared each other down.
I'm not sure.
What was it?
They made, like, a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, no, okay, yeah. Where they make a joke at Sonny Black's, fucking, his, whatever it's called, at his expense. And at first he's like, what the fuck was that all about? And then he, like, smiles, and then he's pissed again. And the boss is like, Yeah. Which, like, who were those other guys? Were those other guys supposed to be, like dudes in the city that were also, like, bosses? Or were they supposed to be, like, guys that were just kind of, like, political allies? Like, I couldn't really tell, because you never see anybody above Sonny Black, really. Or not Sonny Black, but,
Sonny.
Yeah.
Just people under him, you know, just like Sonny Black.
Yeah, I thought that was, like, his entourage.
Okay. I'm like, fuck this guy. He's a horsecock.
And then my last note was about the final scene in the movie where basically Johnny Depp's back to, like, the police academy or whatever.
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
doing target practice. And did you notice he shoots the dummy right through the heart?
I didn't notice that. That's pretty legit.
Just like he did with Lefty. Symbolism.
He's like, fucking, I didn't try to kill you, but I did. And I'm like, ugh. Some other people would have just been like, fuck these guys, but, like, he actually, like, cared to, like, he tried to warn him, and he's like, if I get pulled out, this guy's fucked. And you know, Al Pacino's like, you're right. Like, okay.
Well, that reminds me, another really great scene is at the end when Al Pacino's like, man,
yeah.
If you aren't who I think you are, I'm the dumbest person ever in the mafia. And he, like, puts a gun in
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Man, this is pretty rough.
Yeah, pretty much. Predacaster tuned in, and the first thing I heard is horse cock.
Of course.
Yeah, that whole thing at the end where he's just like, if you hear from Donnie, tell him that you know, if it had to be anybody, I'm glad it was him, because it was like,
right.
He legit liked like Donnie Brasco. Like he was like actually his friend and stuff. Like they actually became friends and stuff. And like out of like fucking over the mission, he like came back when his son OD'd and was like sitting there with him and shit. And like Lefty's like, dude, you can't be doing this shit. You're fucking under Sonny Black now. If he finds out, you're gonna get, I'm gonna get fucked up and shit. He's like, I don't give a fuck if he like does anything to me. Like, I'm your guy. We're friends.
Right. And that leads to Roger Ebert's review, which
Oh,
I have
shit.
to bring up. Because
I actually did
really
look into
liked it.
this. Yeah, and I saw that he liked it. I was like, okay.
He gave it 3.5 stars, and he said that basically it's a love story between two guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely can see that for sure. I mean, it was good. This was a movie where like definitely like the ending wasn't something that I was like, like obviously it's not the ending you want to see, but it makes
You're like, woo!
I'm like, round and round, does he do?
I mean, 3.5 stars is pretty good, right? For him.
Yeah, what's it out of? You're like 20.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to
bags
see
of
this?
popcorn.
You want to see this movie? Forget about it. Sucks dick.
This movie
I
is
saw
a-
it was like 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, but
Yeah, it's legit. I'd never seen this movie before, but I recommend this movie to anybody, especially if you like.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Blow, that's a good movie as well.
You're like, if you haven't seen Blow, then blow me. I'm like, fuck.
No, it's pretty good. Matt, you said you watched it, right? It's pretty.
Yep.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
I probably haven't seen it since it came out, so
Yeah.
probably due for a rewatch.
Little boy. But
Yeah, I agree. Really good movie. I'm gonna throw in just a couple nitpicks that are really minor, but I think this is like right below the top tier crime movies, like just a step below like The Godfather and Heat and stuff like that. Because this movie has like no style to it. And when I looked it up, the director, he's basically mainly done TV movies. So, and this kind of felt like a TV movie, like it's just a little bit generic. Like the score was laughably terrible at some points, and like some of the sound effects were weird, like the sounds of people getting punched and stuff, like weren't good. They were like cartoony. I just think it needed a masterful director like Scorsese to like make it a true great movie.
is that like a new director?
Martin Scorsese.
Is he is he directing now?
Yeah.
That fucker was playing in the sandbox making sandcastles when I was directing.
Digging your little castles.
You dig your little fucking castle, Scorsese? Me? So, what would you...
Those are my only nitpicks.
What would you guys put in your top, like, what would you say is the echelon of, like, top tier of these kinds of what would you call this genre of movie? Like gangster films or crime movies?
Yeah,
or...
crime movies.
Yeah, mob, crime. Yeah.
Watch out, it's a mob crime!
Like, I think the Godfather series and Goodfellas are like just a notch above this one.
What would you say about Casino?
Yeah, Casino. I also really like Casino. Heat, I also think is
Heat.
a masterpiece crime movie.
What about, is there any other ones that you guys have put up there?
Scarface
Scarface?
is not my personal favorite, but some might say it's one of the best.
What do you think about that, Trev? Would you put Scarface up there as well, or any of those other ones?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I liked it for sure. But
Do you guys have a specific favorite for crime movies? Like I said, I don't really watch these kinds of movies, so I can't really.
Mine is Heat. I think Heat is probably like
Your favorite?
in my top 5 of all time
Yeah.
movies.
I'd agree with that.
Damn. Well, if you haven't seen Heat,
Also starring Al Pacino.
yeah, I'm pretty sure every movie that has Al Pacino in it's like a crime movie, right?
Yeah.
It's a crime if
Dog
you
Day
don't watch it.
Afternoon, that's another one.
Yeah.
The Departed.
Departed. There you
Yeah,
go.
pretty much any Scorsese movie.
It's like a crime movie. How's come Al Pacino's name isn't Dunkachino on IMDb? Oh, I forgot he was in Dick Tracy
Oh yeah.
as Big Boy Caprice.
How come they didn't make a full movie about Dunkachino?
That's a good question.
Or a series? Like there should be a Dunkachino cinematic universe.
Trav's like... Here we go, okay. I'm pulling up the lyrics.
Yeah, I can't believe he actually did that.
Something's brewing at D&D. Al Pacino. Wow! It's not Al anymore. It's Dunk. Dunkachino? Don't mind if I do. What's my name? Dunkachino. It's a whole new game. Dunkachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend. Atacahua latte light. This whole trial is out of sight. They pulled me back in with hazelnut too. Caramel swirl. I know it was you. Everyone wants my Dunkachino. Oh god, they should have done that. They should have put that in the fucking a remaster of one of the crime movies he was in.
Or they should have played over the end credits of Donnie Brasco.
He's like, he said, "Caramel swirl, Donnie. I know it was you." I'd be like, huh? Oh my god.
So
Don't be sad
overall,
about
did
my
you guys,
brother Lefty.
Yeah.
did
It's
you
me,
guys like
Dunk.
this movie though?
Yeah.
Overall,
I loved it.
Yeah, it's great. It's a really great movie.
Well, I was saying that I never really watch these kinds of movies, so like, you know, obviously,
yeah, I know. That's why I recommended it. I was like, maybe Mike will like it. I don't know.
right? Yeah, it's just like one of those things where I didn't really know what to expect, so going into it, I had no real expectations.
I told you, it is a long movie though, too.
Well, that's the thing is it was long. It said it was like the running time was long, but I was never pausing to see the time. Like, there's definitely been movies on this list, like fucking Real Men and AVGN, where I was like, okay, is this fucking movie like done yet? And then like I looked and it was like, oh, well, we still got like 50 minutes left. Fucking cut my penis off, please.
Yeah, I feel like in this movie though, there's like not a lot of fillers though.
No, yeah, I completely agree.
Definitely.
About the story.
Yeah, there's definitely no scenes in this movie where I was like, they should have cut this shit. From what I can think of, at least, like every time that there were like, especially any time that Al Pacino and Donnie were interacting, Lefty and Donnie, not Al Pacino. Like, I was like, you know, interested, for sure.
Yeah. Trav, I think it was a really good recommendation. I'm glad you picked it.
Yeah.
And I think we'll hopefully do a few more crime movies here in the future.
Yeah. We still have a movie for next week, so if anybody wants to nominate one here that's watching, we still haven't, you know, but we've got other ones people can nominate. I'm like, there's only a couple more movies left in the world.
And if not, it's your pick, Mike.
Oh, shit, true.
Start thinking about it.
I'm like, Donnie Darko. And then you're like, you think, is there another movie called Donnie?
Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie Wahlberg, the movie.
The documentary.
Yeah.
It's like,
Trying to think if there was a movie we watched recently that, like, I kind of was like, this movie is just going on. I mean, maybe some of the shit in Midnight Meat Train.
No, AVGN, that was a...
Well, no, I'm saying recently, like the last couple movies we watched. Because we haven't watched that one in a while.
I think the last few have been pretty entertaining.
I think Godzilla vs. Kong, there was definitely shit, like anytime it was on Godzilla, I was like, okay, next. But that was only because the plot for
You're
that...
like, next, I need to get to the next scene of humans. That's where it's at.
The Kong stuff was all good. But... Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think
stuff.
I don't think I have any other notes. Like I said, I didn't write a lot of notes because I figured we'd just talk about it and there really isn't there wasn't like a lot. I didn't think I really had any criticism, so it wasn't really anything that I like had to like write down, or there wasn't any like funny or weird shit that happened. This was like a competently made movie, filmed wise. You know, it's not like there were a lot of fucking weird scenes or anything.
Except for all those burgers.
But you know what I mean? There weren't like, I wasn't like, okay, what the fuck? Why did this happen? There weren't a lot of like there were like 0 loose ends in this movie, so somebody for once made a movie that like fucking had like a beginning, a middle, and an end, and fucking there weren't a lot of like unresolved plot points. Fucking shocker. It's a fucking movie that makes sense. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Need more like it.
Imagine that. So, yeah, if you can't tell, I'm gonna fucking kill myself after this movie. Just kidding. That Donnie Brasco.
Wait till you listen to Rhapsody in Blue. Then
that's true.
Then you're all good.
Then I'll shit my pants. So, any last words? Actually, you know what? Hold on. Trav, you still here?
Yep.
You have any last words before we sign off?
No. I mean, I don't know. I think this is probably my favorite crime movie.
Oh. High praise.
Disagree with
Nice.
Matt with Heat. So.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're both great. I haven't seen.
What about Goodfellas, Trav? Have you seen
Yeah,
that?
it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of The Sopranos? Did you guys ever
I
watch
thought it
that
was
show?
great.
Yeah.
I haven't actually watched
Loved
all
it.
of it, but I mean, that's not a movie. So.
Yeah. So you can't watch it.
So I refuse
gonna
to
watch
answer
it.
your question.
You should ask Mom. She fucking watched all of Sopranos.
Really?
Yeah, she was like glued to it for like while it was on. She's like, Mike, I know I shouldn't like this show, but it's awesome. She's like, they're horrible people, but I just like them. I'm like, well, I mean, that's what the show's about. They're supposed to make you feel,
Yeah, exactly.
you know, it's like this. I mean, you feel bad for Lefty, even though he's a fucking horrible person. You know, like,
He killed 26 people.
right? He killed 26 people.
I mean, it's just like the last movie I recommended, Law Abiding Citizen. Like, I would have never thought Mom would.
Oh yeah, she was like, thumbs up, motherfucker. I'm like, are you a killer?
She's like, stab that dude with a T-bone steak bone.
She's like, I bet that judge takes it up the ass. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, mother, no.
You're a stupid bitch.
Yeah. You let me in here, you're gonna die. I'm like, yeah. So we're just waiting for the next nomination. If not, like I said, like Matt said, it'll be my turn. We'll probably give it till like Wednesday, and then if nobody's nominated anything, then I'll just pick a movie because we have to have time to watch it. Obviously, I don't want to be like, hey Matt, watch this movie right before the podcast on Saturday. You're like,
Cool.
So, any last words, Matt, for you about this film, or just in general?
Forget about it.
Well, that's all I have to say too. Forget about it.
See you next time.
See you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the nomination. Bye.